At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Office at 218-429.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. how well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Please rise and they will remove any headwear as the Aitkin color guard with members of the American Legion Post 86 and VFW Post 1727 proudly present our nation's flag. The national anthem will be played as recorded by the United States Army Band, and we ask that you please hold your applause and remain standing until the Aitkin color guard has exited the court.
News, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio. with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Here in beautiful Central (429-0433).
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Tonight's game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. All spectators shall do their part to keep this game on a high level of good sportsmanship towards the athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Officials play the full role here on test to keep our events fair, safe, and fun. Please welcome our game officials, John Sandberg, David Legal, and Mike Ellis. Thank you for your cooperation, and let's all have our student athletes have a great experience. And now I'm using the service board as a Rangers. Tonight, stock up. There's not a number 3, senior number 14, Elizabeth Wilhelmsky. The 5'10" junior number 21, Letty Haxenberg. The 6' junior, number 23, Loretta Mills. The 5'11" senior, number 30, Cody Bullheim. And the Rangers are those guys who are Kyle Harvey, Allison Morgan, Molly Shep, and Meredith Easton. And now, starting for our Rangers.
For you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the
On the rebound. He hits the front goal line, ball rolls off the rim. Nothing start here on the scoreboard, which is brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, the 40 Club in Aitkin, and Cayuna Lakes City. Crosby-Ironton looks like they're coming out in a full court press. So quiet in the gym, you can hear them. 2-0 start. Crosby-Ironton on the board on that. Put back up. The full court press is in order. Keep the net. Here with 17:25 to go on Cayuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. 40 Club in. Jump ball. It's 2-0 with 16:44 left here. One.
Casey Kaiser.
Energy Cooperative scoreboard. 2-2 for Crosby-Ironton Bids. 11 Katzenberger. This is the first time. And the second goes off the back door. The ball gets tipped out of bounds. One-handed pass from the inbound. 16:30 to go. Half of 1. 2-0.
Ranger ball on the 44 line. Sugar 2, Tika Man.
Looking to even things up here in the first set. First free throw hits the back cover. All around, Tika Man takes a deep breath, gets to sink the second. Go girls, box up! This free throw up and top of Aitkin. The 40 Club in Aitkin scoreboard. Full court press in the middle for Passion. That is Tika May. Aitkin shouts, she's not going to get any. She's looking up, trying to find the help. Over the half-court line, and the ball goes off the court. Inbound right in front of the storage. Dribble to the right, now feed it to the corner. Open press, Euro step, goes up, and open press is working on the Rangers, and the Helena Lakes Park City Scoreboard. Got that dribble driving, going to the finger roll, they're going to fall, keep the nose, and head back to the free throw. She has the lone point.
Ranger fouls on the line, passing the review. Shooting 2, Tika Baker.
Cooperative scoreboard, and they're going to call foul. We got our first time out. Crosby-Ironton on top. 51 over there.
37, you got the time.
Information stations: KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Is available.
We're back on your line. From the corner of Aitkin Roberts. You're not going to get Twice clean. On the lower left block, and she misses it, rattles off the rim, slowing things up. Keep moving! Keep moving! Fire up the greens, keep it hanging, that ball's going to go to the baseline. Scoreboard, Crosby-Ironton in full control.
And the Rangers number 4, Emma Soldier.
Down to the corner. Big Hall puts up off the back player and going up and soaring for the rebound. It's goal line. Goal line pushes the pace. And just a bit off. It's going to return.
Bounce pass comes over to Kate Palm. Palm fires it to the corner for a three off the front iron. Keeping the possession is Aitkin. They jump all over the offensive board. Chest pass over to Kate Palm in the left wing. She dribbles to the right to the middle, tries to find somebody. They are going to call a push on the baseline. 16-1. Crosby-Ironton on the gas pedal early against Aitkin on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Inbounding from the baseline is Tika May. Tika May with the lone point for the Gobblers, coming from the charity stripe. Swinging it around the perimeter. A little back and forth, and a shot goes up for three from Taya Hawkins. Misses. Rebound. Finds Tika May, and that goes off the back iron. Tori Orline soars for the rebound. Dribbled up with her left hand. Crosses center court. Fires it down to the lower block. Going up and getting the bucket is Sammy Hashi. 18-1. Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. A steal at the half court, going up. Lewandowski finds Orline with a wide open layup and the finger roll from Orline. 20-1, Crosby-Ironton on top, and their full court press is ensued. That is brought to you by the 40 Club and Aitkin scoreboard. Crosby-Ironton gets possession back. They're going to push the pace. Lewandowski wants it on the lower block. She's going to get it. Pounds the ball down the glass. And off the glass, Lewandowski with the bucket. Her 8th point and a 22-1 lead for Crosby-Ironton over Aitkin. On the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard, Tika May brings it up. Dribbles with the right, fires a chest pass in to Ada Williams. Williams finds Palm. Palm swings it to May in the left corner. May looking to get it low. She's going to stop and pop for three, and that rattles out. Grabbing the rebound is Veronica Millsap. She fires it to Orline, who brings it up with her left hand, fights off a little bit of contact, puts up a floater, gets nothing but net. Tori Orline making it look easy. The Aitkin Gobblers bringing it up. 24-1. They trail to Crosby-Ironton. They fire to the corner to Taya Hawkins. Hawkins finds Tika May. May with a jab step to her left. Passes it right back to Hawkins. Hawkins dribble drive. No call. 3 Crosby-Ironton Rangers defending that shot, and they bring it up. Tori Orline slowing it down. She gives a pass to Lewandowski on the right wing. Lewandowski fakes a pass down low and is going to fire a chest pass to her teammate Millsap at the top. Grabbing the offensive rebound is Lewandowski. Puts the ball on the ground and goes up and misses. Fighting for the rebound, Tika May and Lewandowski. May goes down on it. Lewandowski takes it right from her. Dribbling to the middle. Underhand pass to Millsap. Going up. And there's a bucket for Veronica Millsap. 26-1 on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Crosby-Ironton dominating the Aitkin Gobblers early on here in the first half. 10:05 to go in the first half. Ball finds the corner to Taya Hawkins, and it just gets stolen by Orline. Orline on a 2-on-2, keeps it herself, goes up with the left hand, and clean off the glass for Tori Orline. 28-1, Crosby-Ironton on top on the 40 Club and Aitkin scoreboard. Taya Hawkins swings it over to Kate Palm, and nothing on that one. It was an air ball, and a Crosby-Ironton will get possession back with a 28-1 lead. All Crosby-Ironton so far here in this bitter rivalry. Tori Orline walking it up. 9:38 left to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. They're going to call an off-ball holding call against Crosby-Ironton, and Aitkin will get possession. Their lone point coming on a free throw from Tika May. Bringing it up the court is Kate Palm for the Aitkin Gobblers. She fires a pass over to Annika Callis. Swinging around the perimeter of the Aitkin Gobblers, trying to get a little bit of movement going. Kate Palm calls a play. She finds Ada Williams for three and misses long. But grabbing the rebound is Eva Callis. Pass from Callis for three, and that hits a cable above the hoop, and it's going to be a Crosby-Ironton possession. Crosby-Ironton leads 28-1 with 9:10 left to go in the first half on the 40 Club and Aitkin scoreboard. Pass goes in to Bartels, and now swings over to the left corner for Katzenberger. Katzenberger airballs it, but getting the offensive rebound is Bartels. Goes up and misses. Fighting on the bottom. Going up is Orline. And they're going to call a foul. Orline is going to the line. 28-1, Crosby-Ironton has taken the air out of this building. Orline misses the first free throw off the back iron. Deep breath from Orline. And her second free throw. Nothing but net. 29-1 on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Crosby-Ironton dominating the Aitkin Gobblers. The Gobblers pass half court, but there is pressure at half court. They're going to call a reach-in foul. And that foul is on Riley Bartles, the 5'7" senior guard coming off the bench today. Pass to the corner for the Gobblers, and they're going to fire up a three and airball it. Orline grabs the rebound from the block. She's going to push the pace. 2-on-2. Orline stops, pops from the left elbow, and she hits it. Bringing it up the court for the Aitkin Gobblers is Ada Williams. Swinging around the perimeter, finds Collis. Annika Collis feeds it down low, and a clean block from Emma Siljan, but they are going to call a push from the perimeter. The referee, who seemed to be right on top of that one, did not have the call, but a referee had a different angle at it from in front of the scorer's table, and he calls it heading to the line. Eva Collis, a 5'9" freshman. Collis, nothing but net on the first free throw. 31-2, Crosby-Ironton leading over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Eva Collis, nothing but net. And I got the Collis confused. That was Eva Collis. 2 for 2 at the line for Collis. Crosby-Ironton on offense. They swing it down to the lower block. Gets stolen by the Gobblers. Over the top pass for Annika Collis. Collis chest pass finding Ada Williams at the top. They're swinging around the perimeter. Now down to the block for Eva Collis. Collis swings it outside for Kate Palm. She's going to take one step to her right, fire up a shot, and Kate Palm, nothing but net. Pushing the pace of the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Grabbing the rebound are the Aitkin Gobblers. Firing it to Kate Palm. Going to call a carry against Kate Palm, and that is a turnover. 31-5, Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Inbounding next to the scorer's table for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers, Lucy Lewandowski finds Orline. It's a full court press, and they're trapping Orline, but she shows her left-handed skills. Ball handling. They now swing it over to Katzenberger. Katzenberger's pass gets tipped, but tracking it down is Lewandowski. She's going to go up and get the and one. The opening game against Minnetonka was a coming out party for Lucy Lewandowski, scoring 19 points. She averaged just 9 points last year. She has 10 on the day. Head coach Pete Vukulic spoke with him before the game, and he mentioned that she wants to average double digits this year. She's off to a good start with 19 in her first game and 10 in the first half, with 7:17 still left to go on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Lucy Lewandowski drains the free throw and completes the and one. Pushing the pace a little bit for the Gobblers is Taya Hawkins. She's going to find Tika May. May one dribble, picks it up, finds a teammate at the free throw line. Orline read that pass from a mile away. She brings it up. It's a 2-on-3. Orline blows by Tika May, and she goes up and gets the bucket for the Rangers. 36-5, CI leads over Aitkin on the 40 Club in Aitkin scoreboard. Tika May getting double teamed, a little 2-3 zone look from the Rangers. The Rangers opened the game with full court press. They're now dropped into the 2-3 zone. With a 36-5 lead, not a bad time to try out different things, see how your team reacts to different sets. And that's exactly what we're seeing from Pete Vukulic, head coach of the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. This is a basketball team that was a state runner-up last year. Firing up a three off the back iron. was Riley Bartels. Now shooting a shot at mid-range, gets rebounded. Rebound pulled in by Bartels. Swings to the top, Lewandowski. Lewandowski swings to Katzenberger. Katzenberger's just going to take this one in and get the finger roll clean off the glass. Tika May crosses half court. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Tori Orline just strips her clean, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession pointing the way of the Aitkin Gobblers. I'm sorry, the possession arrow points the way of the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. They forgot to flip the possession arrow on the scorer's table. Orline brings it up. Crosby-Ironton with a comfortable 38-5 lead in the first half on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Stopping, popping, the catch and shoot from Katzenberger. She hits a triple. And that's 41 points here in the first half for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. 6 minutes left to go. Aitkin with just 5 points on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. They're moving the ball around a lot, though. A lot of ball movement. Finding a triple and missing it was Annika Collis. It was an open look. Collis and May playing a little bit of catch, firing it to Hawkins. Hawkins down low to Eva Collis. Hook shot rolls right off. Lucy Lewandowski brings it up the court. She's going to send a pass down to the corner for Veronica Millsap, and that misses off the back iron. Tika May battling for the rebound. She's now getting trapped. Nice little swing pass, and they're going to get this one over the top. Kaiser swings to the corner for three. Shooting it and missing it was Taya Hawkins. Orline pushes the base. It's a 2-on-1. Orline with a smooth bounce pass for Lewandowski, and her bucket rolls out, but she is headed to the line. 41-5 on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. When you need parts quickly, don't be caught traveling. Parts City will help. Find it in store, or they'll use their incredible network to have it the same day. Cuyuna Lakes Parts City on 1st Street in Crosby or PartsCityAuto.com. 41-5, Crosby-Ironton. Foot on the gas pedal here in the first half, showing no remorse for their rivals. Lucy Lewandowski puts the free throw up, and it's good. And here come the Gobblers looking to get a little bit something going on offense. Quick ball movement from the Gobblers. Eva Collis swings out to the perimeter, and a three bounces off the front iron. Rebound goes the way of Crosby-Ironton. Fighting for that one on the Rangers was Sophia Strom, the 6-foot-tall junior forward for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Tori Orline slowly brings it up. Bring the pace down just a little bit. We're just past 5 minutes to go in the first half. A stop and pop shot off the front iron. Orline grabs the board and puts it in herself. Orline making it look easy here in the first half. 14 first half points for Orline, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher. Poking it frees the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Going up for the layup, misses. And it's a fight for the rebound. They're going to call another jump ball. Possession arrow pointing the correct way this time. Aitkin Gobblers gain possession. They trail by 40 points here in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. K Palm gets it past half court. Swings it over to Taya Hawkins. Down to the lower block for Eva Collis. Collis to Kaiser. Back to Eva Collis. Eva Collis is going to shoot from the elbow, and she's going to bank it in. The 4th point of the first half for Eva Collis. First two coming from the free throw line. Lucy Lewandowski dribbles to her right, gives a little Euro step, and barely misses it. Playing with a lot of confidence this season is Lucy Lewandowski in her senior season. 2-on-1 for Aitkin Gobblers. And Tori Orline blocks it. She proves the pace herself. Finds Lewandowski, and defense right in her face on the block. Drops the shoulder, goes up, and misses long. Rebound goes the way of Orline. Orline goes up, and she gets the bucket. Orline feasting in the paint. 47-7, Crosby-Ironton on top of Aitkin on the 40 Club in Aitkin scoreboard. Ada Williams didn't see much on the dribble drive, finds Kay Palm, who swings it around the perimeter to Eva Collis. Eva Collis gets a screen and picks up her dribble, bounces it over to Kate Palm. Palm with a jab step to her left, goes to her right. She's going to head to the free throw line. Kate Palm, a 5'8" sophomore for the Aitkin Gobblers. Shooting two are the Aitkin Gobblers.
Rangers 3, Sammy Kashi.
47-7, Crosby-Ironton foot on the gas pedal. They are dominating the Aitkin Gobblers on the scoreboard, which is brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin and Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. Shooting the free throw and hitting nothing but net is Kate Palm. Tori Orline brings it up, dribble with her left, crosses over to her right, picks up her dribble, fires in a pass. Now swinging around the perimeter to Lucy Lewandowski. Lewandowski bounce pass to Orline right in front of the Aitkin bench. Now finding Veronica Millsap, who dribble drives. They're going to call a foul, and she was in fact going up. Heading to the line, Veronica Millsap, 6 foot tall junior forward for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Millsap's first free throw hits the back iron. Getting high fives and back taps from all of her teammates. Millsap going for the second free throw. And a shooter's touch on that one. Veronica Millsap gets Crosby-Ironton their 48th point. They lead 48-8 on the Cayuga Lakes Park City scoreboard over Aitkin. Fire into 3 for the Gobblers, and off the back iron was Taya Hawkins. Orline grabs the rebound. Her and Lewandowski both had their palms on it. Crossover back to her left and a bounce pass. Leaving it for Veronica Millsap. Fires the 3 and misses. Going up and fighting for the rebound, Sophia Strom, and they're going to call a foul against Aitkin. Strom too much on the lower block. Strom will head to the line. 6 foot tall junior forward is Sophia Strom. Strom's first one hits the front iron and out. Second free throw is missed off the back iron, but grabbing the offensive rebound, getting the and one is Tori Orline. She's fired up. She goes up for a chest bump with Lucy Lewandowski. I'm running out of 2s to circle on my scoring sheet for Tori Orline. She's filling the stat sheet in the first half. 50 points for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. This is a team that was hungry and ready to take on their rivals tonight. Orline's free throw goes in. The Aitkin Gobblers get past half court. They fire a pass to the corner. For Hawkins. Hawkins, nothing going. Orline shutting her down on the right wing. And a steal. Stealing that for the CI was Veronica Millsap. Millsap ball finds her again. She goes up and she's going to head to the line. That's a shooting foul. (51-8), Crosby-Ironton leading over Aitkin on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Millsap's first free throw goes in.
Returning for the Rangers, number 4, Emma Silchin.
44-point lead with 2:07 to go on the Cayuga Lakes Park City scoreboard. Millsap splits the difference. Hits the first free throw, misses the second. Aitkin's going to fire to the corner for Taya Hawkins. Hawkins with a nice little stretch pass down to the block. That's going to be a clean block by Emma Siljan. Tori Orline looking at a 2-on-3. She's going to keep it herself. Euro step goes up with the left hand and gets it in. Orline getting a bucket whenever she feels. She likes to push the pace, does not let the defense get set for Aitkin. Kate Palm on the right wing hands it over to Eva Collis. Eva Collis fires a pass back to Kate Palm. She dribbles and a reverse layup. Misses the rim. Too much on that reverse. Lewandowski brings it up for CI. Underhand little shovel to Kaiser. I'm sorry, to Orline. Now to Siljan battling. Lewandowski grabs the rebound, goes up. She's going to go to the free throw line. 54-8. Crosby-Ironton leading in the first half over Aitkin. 1:15 left to go on the clock in the first half. And the Cayuga Lakes Parts City scoreboard. When you need parts quickly, don't be caught traveling. Parts City will help. Find it in store, or they'll use their incredible network to have it in the same day. Cayuga Lakes Parts City on 1st Street in Crosby or PartsCityAuto.com. Lucy Lewandowski nails it. Confident from the line is Lewandowski. 19 points in the season opener against top 10 ranked Minnetonka. That goes off the back iron. And a violent over the back foul. That's going to be called against Emma Siljan. Siljan's showing a lot of fight in that lower block. Aitkin is in the bonus. Shooting free throws for the Aitkin Gobblers is the 5'9" freshman Eva Collis. She hits the first one. 55-9, CI dominating their rival Aitkin. In Aitkin's home gym, the second free throw rattles out, going up, soaring for the rebound, and grabbing it is Emma Siljan. Hands it off to Tori Orline, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher. Stutter, step, and go. Feeds it to Lewandowski, who stops and pops a three, and she misses long, but Siljan grabs the board, and a hook shot from Siljan, and that one rolls in. Ada Williams brings it up, a little bit of pressure shown from Crosby. That's Sammy Hashi with a little bit of full court press by herself. Orline jumps all over the pass. They're going to call a reach and foul against her. 57-9 with 45.8 seconds to go on the scoreboard, which is brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin. The best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, and keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. Shooting free throws for the Aitkin Gobblers is Taya Hawkins, the 5'7" sophomore, and her first one out of the bonus rattles out. Here comes Tori Orline. 40 seconds left to go in half number one. Orline fires a pass to her right. Millsap looking, feeds it to Hashi. Hashi dribble drives, goes up and shoots a tough shot. That one rattles out. Taya Hawkins on the right wing, dribbling with her right hand, swings it on over to Eva Collis. Eva Collis picks her dribble up quickly. Ada Williams looks to her left. All over that was Tori Orline. Orline, heat-seeking missile in every single passing lane. Inbounding from right in front of the Crosby-Ironton bench is Aitkin. And a nice over-the-top pass, but a good recovery in getting the swat of Sammy Hashi. Hashi fires it down, her pass gets intercepted. 10 seconds left to go on the clock. It's a fight on the ground. On the ground is Tori Orline. She finds it, and it stays in possession of CI, firing it under the rim and getting the layup. Was Veronica Millsap in a savvy pass from Sammy Hashi. The halftime score is 59-9. Crosby-Ironton, dominant performance over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard, which is brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin and Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. And that pass, that dish to end the first half is your smart money play of the game. Be smart with your money by contacting financial advisor Seth Jackson of Edward Jones and Crosby, 218-546-5302. And a bit of a broken play with a couple of players rolling over the ground. Ball gets kicked to the corner to Sammy Hashi, and Hashi with a smooth dish into the paint. Nice dime from Hashi, and we are going to head into the halftime show. Crosby-Ironton came 15 miles down the road, and it is all CI against their rival, the Aitkin Gobblers, 59-9. It's halftime. We'll be back with some stats and go over what we saw in that first half. You're listening to Crosby-Ironton versus the Aitkin Gobblers on yourliveevent.com.
Line or call our office at 218-429-0433.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Here in beautiful one 429
It's halftime, and it is all CI so far in this rivalry match. Their first of two matchups in the regular season. Crosby-Ironton leads 59-9 over Aitkin at the Aitkin Gobblers home gym on the Cuyuna Lakes Parts City scoreboard. When you need parts quickly, don't be caught traveling. Parts City will help. Find it in store, or they'll use their incredible network to have it the same day. Cuyuna Lakes Parts City on 1st Street in Crosby, or PartsCityAuto.com. Your leading scorer in the first half, Tori Orline, the Minnesota Golden Gopher commit. She's got 21 points by my count in the first half. So that is an unofficial 21 points. I do my best to keep track of the score as we go. And once in a while, you might miss a free throw here or there. But by my count, 21 first half points by Tori Orline, and Lucy Lewandowski chipped in 14 in the first half. She mentioned, well, head coach Pete Vokulich mentioned, as I spoke to him before the game, that Lucy Lewandowski's been telling him she wants to average double digits here in her senior season. And she's off to a good start. 19 points in the season opener for Crosby-Ironton against Minnetonka. And in game number 2, 14 points at half. Lucy Lewandowski stepping up big for this Crosby-Ironton team. And your leading scorer for the Aitkin Gobblers is Eva Callis. She is the lone bright spot for the Aitkin Gobblers. The 5'9" freshman has 5 of the Gobblers' 9 total points. Eva Callis has been awesome and been quite the bright spot for the Aitkin Gobblers. Giving them something to build on is the 5'9" freshman. And we are getting closer and closer to the second half. 59-9, 2 minutes left to go here at halftime on the scoreboard, which is brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin, which is the best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. And the scoreboard is also brought to you by the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative and the Cuyuna Lakes Part City. Not many three-pointers going around in that first half, but when threes are made, those are going to be brought to you by the Pizza Ranch. Pizza Ranch, Baxter, Little Falls, buffet your way. Pizza Ranch. We're going to take a break, pay the bills a little bit. When we get back, second half action between the Crosby-Ironton Rangers and the Aitkin Gobblers. It's 59-9 at half. CI being led by 21 points from Tori Orline. You're listening to YourLiveEvent.com.
Up today all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
We're back for second half action. Crosby-Ironton inbounding from the half-court line, and a chest pass into the corner to Veronica Millsap. Ball gets loose. Tori Orline fighting for it on the baseline. Waiting for a whistle. There's the whistle. We're going to call a jump ball. Crosby-Ironton ball. Third jump ball of the game. 17:53 left to go in half number 2. 59-9. Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Part City scoreboard, which is also brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin and Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. Dribble drive going up and missing the layup was Kate Palm. A good look for Palm. Lewandowski secures the rebound. She brings it up with her right hand. Lewandowski keeps it, gives a little underhand pass to Veronica Millsap. Feeds it to the corner. Dribbling in, Hashi. Hashi gets the ball stolen. Tika May getting physical, but she then loses it. Tori Orline with the steal and the bucket. Orline just piling up the steals, having a field day on the defensive side of the floor. Firing it down to the lower corner. Backing down is Kaiser. Loses the ball. They're going to call out of bounds against Aitkin, and Crosby-Ironton will regain possession. 61-9, CI leads over Aitkin on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Orline slowly brings it past half court. Orline gets a screen from Katzenberger. Now feeding down to the bottom, Lucy Lewandowski with the easy score. Tika May dribbles it up for the Aitkin Gobblers. They trail 63-9 in half number 2. On the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard, 16:40 left to go on the clock in half number 2. Shot too much on it, grabbing the board is Lewandowski. Lucy Lewandowski, the 5'10" senior, fires it down low to Sammy Hashi, who goes up and gets the bucket. Sammy Hashi does a little bit of everything for this Crosby-Ironton team. The Swiss Army knife. Tika May brings it up for the Gobblers. Chest pass to the left wing to Ada Williams, puts the ball onto the floor. Ada Williams dribble drive over to Tika May. The drive and kick. Fighting for the rebound and securing it, Kate Palm feeds it back underneath to the corner. Open three. Taya Hawkins, nothing but net for a Pizza Ranch 3. Pizza Ranch backs from Little Falls. Buffet your way, Pizza Ranch. Crosby-Ironton offense swinging it, letting everybody get a feel for it. Katzenberger dribbles, that one rolls out. Grabbing the offensive rebound is Orline, and she misses the second chance opportunity. Pushing it, Taya Hawkins catches it on the left wing. She's going to spot up for 3. She's going to get nothing but net on that one, but tracking it down for the offensive rebound, Tika May. Feeds it back out for Kate Palm. Palm jab step to her right, goes to her left, spins back to her right. Feeds it back out to Tika May. To the top of the key. Taya Hawkins, dribble drive, spins from right to left. Tori Orline all over her, and a steal. Feeding down low, a touch pass from Orline over to Hashi, and Hashi puts it in. Tika May brings it up for the Gobblers. Swings the pass over to Kate Palm. Palm gets a screen. Goes to her left, loses the ball for a second, regains possession. Stutter step, gets another pick from Taya Hawkins, and going up, firing up the 3. Well, that was a 2. Looked like a 3. Kate Palm with the bucket. Crosby-Ironton has the ball in the right wing. Overhead pass to Katzenberger. Katzenberger lofts one back to the right-hand side to Hashi. Hashi feeds down low to Veronica Millsap. Another smooth pass from Hashi. Sammy Hashi does all the little things for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Tika May falls to the ground. They are going to call it push against Tori Orline. 69-14, Crosby-Ironton leads in the second half over Aitkin. 14:26 left to go on the scoreboard, brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin and the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. Hashi waving her arms in front of the inbounder. Clean inbound, finds Kate Palm. Palm dribbles to her right. Lewandowski all over her, fakes a spin move, keeps her going to her right, and Orline steals it. Tika May in Orline's face in front of the scorer's table, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Tika May. Trying anything they can to try to slow Orline down. Physical defensive play. Referee wasn't having it. 69-14, CI leads over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Orline, overhead pass to the right wing. Katzenberger dribbles to her left, finds Sammy Hashi. Hashi overhead pass to Lewandowski on the right elbow. Lewandowski dribble drives, a lot of contact. They're going to let her play. She gets her own rebound, misses, goes up the third time, misses, grabs a 4th rebound, and they're going to finally call a foul. 3 rebounds, 4 second chance opportunities for Lucy Lewandowski. She heads to the line. She has been money from the line. She is cracking up after that. She got a little workout in. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Lucy Lewandowski shoots the free throw. And nothing but net. Lewandowski gets Crosby-Ironton to the 70-point threshold. 70-14, they lead over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Also brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin. Nothing but net for Lewandowski. 2 for 2 at the line. Tika May, the point guard for the Aitkin Gobblers, takes it past half court. The 5'7" senior feeds it to her right to Kate Palm. Palm, chest pass to Collis at the top of the key. They're swinging it from right to left around the perimeter. Dribbling to her right, Ada Williams picks up her dribble. Tika May picks it up, helps her teammate out, feeds it to the corner. Ball finds Tika May once again, puts the ball down to the court, dribbles the free throw line, feeds it out to Ada Williams. Shot clock down to 9 seconds. They're going to have to come up with a shot. Nothing going there on that shot, and grabbing the board is Lucy Lewandowski. She's going to take it up herself, crossover to her left. Now at the left elbow, picks up her dribble, hands it off to Hashi. Hashi with the floater, no foul called, but the rebound is secured by Katzenberger, sorry. They're going to call a jump ball, and that will be in possession of Crosby-Ironton. They will keep it an inbound under the hoop. Tori Orline will be the inbounder. Emma Sildren checking in for Crosby-Ironton, and Riley Bartels. Bartels with an open look, she's going to keep it. Feed it over to Orline for 3, and it's a Pizza Ranch 3 from Tori Orline. Her first triple of the game. Pizza Ranch, Baxter and Little Falls, buffet your way. Pizza Ranch, Tika May brings it up past half court. Fires a pass to her right to Ada Williams. Williams picks up her dribble quickly, finding Taya Hawkins. Taya Hawkins dribbles to her left, goes up, and that ball gets swatted by Emma Sildren. Tori Arline brings the ball up. Stutter step in a chest pass to Hashi on the lower block. Going up and getting the bucket is Sammy Hashi. Hashi filling the stat sheet. Tika May brings it up for the Gobblers. 76-14. Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin with 12:30 left to go in half number 2 on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. Also brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. Clean block underneath the rim for Emma Siljan. The 6-foot-tall senior bringing a spark off the Crosby-Ironton bench. She plays a physical game of basketball down in the paint. Not afraid to throw the elbows around. Clean inbound finds Kate Palm. Palm at the top. She gets a pick from May. Feeds it to the corner. A baseline drive. Nothing there. She's trapped. Orline all over. They're going to call a reach and foul. A high five between Orline and Lewandowski. They're not worried about that foul call. It was a good trap. 76-14, Crosby-Ironton on top of Aitkin. 12:07 left to go on the scoreboard, which is brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin. Tika May inbounds from underneath. She finds Kate Palm. Kate Palm picks up her dribble quickly to Taya Hawkins. Taya Hawkins is going to dribble drive and a block from that Siljan, Emma Siljan. Bringing the sandpaper in the paint for Crosby-Ironton. Orline on the right wing, tries the lob one for Siljan, but not enough on that pass. And that was stolen by Eva Collis. Eva Collis has been incredible, the freshman for the Aitkin Gobblers. On the left wing, Kate Palm dribbles around the right, and a physical screen from Eva Collis. That ball bricks off the back iron. Lucy Lewandowski feeds it down low to Orline off the outstretched arm of Orline. 76-14, Crosby-Ironton on top over Aitkin. 11.5 minutes left to go in the second half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Tika May works past half court, picks up her dribble, fires a chest pass over to Ada Williams. That's going to get stolen by Sammy Hashi. Hashi one-on-one gets shoved into the padding behind the baseline. And Hashi's going to go to the free throw line. Head coach of the Crosby-Ironton Rangers, Pete Vukolich, having a conversation with 4 of his girls who are on the court, while Sammy Hashi takes the first free throw. And nothing but net for Hashi. Hashi going for a second free throw. Off the front iron. Orline battling for the rebound, and it's going to stay in possession of Crosby-Ironton. A good battle by Tori Orline. Orline averaged 30 points per game in her junior season. She is committed to the Minnesota Golden Gophers for women's basketball. Inbounding on the baseline. And a clean look for Lucy Lewandowski, who is also filling the stat sheet, much like her teammates Sammy Hashi and Tori Orline. Dribbling into a pull-up 3 and nailing it is Ada Williams for a Pizza Ranch 3. Pizza Ranch Baxter in Little Falls, buffet your way, Pizza Ranch. First bucket of the game for Ada Williams, and it was a nice stepped into a 3 on the left wing. Nobody home, took advantage, and fired in the triple. Lewandowski inbounds right in front of the CI bench to Tori Orline. Bounces it back over to Lewandowski. She sees the lane. She's going to take it. She's going to put it up and in. Lewandowski so impressive so far in her senior season. Kick to the left, put in it down to the court, and dribble driving is Ada Williams. She gets the ball stolen. Pushing it, Tori Orline. It's a 3-on-2. She's going to keep it herself with a left-handed finger roll, and it is good. 82-17, Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin. 10:20 left to go in the second half on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard, brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin. And we are going to have a timeout. 82-17, Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin. You're listening to YourLiveEvent.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Crosby-Ironton dominating in their first matchup against their bitter rival, the Aitkin Gobblers, 82-17. They lead on the 40 Club in Aitkin scoreboard. The best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, and keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. And your scoreboard sponsor also brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative and Cuyuna Lakes, Part City. Inbound right in front of this here press table. Putting the ball down on the court, Kate Palm dribbles to her right. Fires it across the court to Tika May for three. Misses off the back iron. Soaring up for the rebound, Emma Siljan. Siljan outlets to Orline, who brings it up the court. An 82-17 lead for Crosby-Ironton. She puts up the number 4. Running the set is the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Working on a little bit of parts of their game that they feel they'll need if they want to make another state run. They were state runner-up last year. Pushing it for the Aitkin Gobblers, Eva Collis. She feeds it over to Taya Hawkins with a Euro step, which rattles out. Tori Orline brings it up for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Calling another set is Orline. Fires it to her right, a pick at the top. Rolling around it is Vanessa Rickmeyer. Ball now finds Orline left wing, fires it. Finding a cutting Levelyn Katzenberger for the bucket. Smooth pass from Orline. The Aitkin Gobblers have it at the top of the key. Feeding it to Taya Hawkins. That ball gets kicked off. And CI's pushing it to 2-on-2. Orline up and over and goes up and in. 86-17 on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. CI dominating Aitkin. 8:48 left to go. Going up and getting the block was Emma Siljan. They call a block. Looked like she went straight up. Heading to the line for the Aitkin Gobblers is the 5'8" sophomore, Kate Palm. First one goes for Palm. Palm's second free throw is good, nothing but net. She gets the Gobblers to 19. They trail 86-19. This Crosby-Ironton team is returning 5 of the 6 players that saw a lot of court time during their state runner-up run last season, and it shows. This is a group that knows how to play together. A step back 3 from Orline, nothing but net. Oh, I'm sorry, nothing but air. She missed that one, short. Tika May bringing it up for the Gobblers. Dribbling to her right, trying to go up is Eva Collis. She gets shoved down to the ground. They're going to call a push against Crosby-Ironton. That call goes against Sophia Strom. Inbounding from underneath the basket. Taya Hawkins gets it out clean. Firing a triple, Taya Hawkins. A little give and go off the inbound. Tori Orline catches the air ball. She pushes up with her left hand. Stutter step. Tika May all over her. She blows by her. Kicks it to the left for 3 off the front iron. Grabbing the rebound and fighting is Tori Orline and Tika May. Those two get very physical. They're going to call a jump ball. Checking in for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers is Vanessa Rickmeyer, the 5'6" sophomore guard. Tika May hits past half court. 86-19, Crosby-Ironton on top of Aitkin. 6:50 to go in the game on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Firing it down to the block. Looking for a bucket is Eva Cowell. Step back shot. Nothing going there. Rickmeyer picks it up. Hands it off to Orline, who secures the ball. Finds Rickmeyer. Rickmeyer trapped in the corner. Going to stay in possession of Crosby-Ironton. Vanessa Rickmeyer, the 5'6" sophomore guard, will inbound, and she finds Tori Orline on the right wing. Orline puts the ball down. Spin move, goes to the rack, and misses short. Fighting for the rebound and ripping it and getting another jump ball. Tori Orline never stops attacking the basketball, whether it's on defense, going up for a rebound. She's always in the middle of it. Rickmeyer will inbound from the baseline underneath the hoop for Crosby-Ironton, who leads 86-19 over Aitkin on the Cuyuna Lakes Varsity scoreboard. 5:45 left to go. Back door's open. Going up and getting the bucket is Sophia Strom, and a nice pass from the sophomore guard, Rickmeyer. Strom's first field goal of the game. Ball gets kicked to the corner for Aitkin. Taya Hawkins, 1-on-2, goes up and misses. Tori Orline brings it up for CI. Firing a pass to the left corner. Ball finds Orline back. She shoots a deep three. And that ball hits the front iron and out. Grabbing the rebound, going up for the second chance bucket, and hitting it is Levelyn Katzenberger. Good hustle from Katzenberger. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Going up with a left-handed layup and getting it in there is Eva Collis. A smooth pass and a smooth finish. 91-21, 5 minutes left to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Rickmeyer on the right wing, not looking to put the ball down, just in the three-point stance. She feeds it to the top to Katzenberger. Katzenberger to Orline, back to Katzenberger. Too much traffic, she loses the ball. Kay Palm brings it up, chest pass over to Tika May. May with a bounce pass for Eva Collis in the lower block, and it is a replay for Eva Collis. Scores the same way she just did. 5 first-half points for Collis, 4 second-half points. The freshman, a big-time bright spot for this Aitkin Gobblers team. 91-23, Crosby-Ironton on top. We now have a running clock. That scoreboard update brought to you by Cuyuna Lakes Park City. Tika May almost stole the inbound pass. She's hustling, giving it everything she has. Firing a three for Crosby-Ironton. It rattles out. Shooting that three for CI was Jalen Godfrey. Tika May receives the ball around half court. One-handed bounce pass for Kaiser. Kaiser turnaround fadeaway. No good. Fighting for the rebound. And another jump ball. It's got to be 6 or 7 jump balls this game. Two teams that are just continuing to fight despite the score, which is 91-23 in favor of Crosby-Ironton. 3:40 and ticking on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Brought to you by the 40 Club in Aitkin. Annika Collis with the chest pass to the left corner. Kay Palm. Palm dribble drives. Bounce pass back to Annika Collis. Shoots the three, and she airballs it, but a rebound is secured by Eva Collis. Collis backing down. Turn around, goes up and in. Eva Collis having herself a game. Bright future for that freshman. Kicks it to the right to Katzenberger, who gets it down to Sophia Strom. Strom scores out of the post. Tika May gets past half court. She finds Annika Collis. Swings over to Kay Palm. Kay Palm with a finger roll. Too much on it. CI grabs the rebound, crosses over to her left. With the ball is Riley Bartels. Bartels finds a little trouble, kicks to the corner to Godfrey for three. It's a Pizza Ranch triple from Jalen Godfrey. First bucket of the game for Godfrey. That's a Pizza Ranch three. Pizza Ranch backs from Little Falls. Buffet your way. Pizza Ranch. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go on the Cuyuna Lakes Park City scoreboard. 95-25, CI leads over Aitkin. Down to the lower block, going up and missing it, and securing the rebound for Crosby-Ironton is Katzenberger. She's going to push the pace. She gets a little jump stop, goes up. Katzenberger weaves through traffic and gets the bucket. Tika May crosses the half-court line. Bounce pass to the lower block. Leaves it for Eva Collis, who goes up and scores it. Eva Collis filling the stat sheet in the second half. Rickmeyer dribble drive, kicks it to the corner for Godfrey. Godfrey back to Rickmeyer. Rickmeyer swings to the top of the key. Faking the shot, Katzenberger dribbles to her right. Gives it back to Rickmeyer for three off the back iron. Grabs her own rebound though. Way to foul your shot. Finding Bartels in the corner. And Rickmeyer with the bucket. That's her first bucket of the game. Rickmeyer pulling double duty. She played in the JV game, and she's getting some playing time here in varsity. 99-27, Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin. 57 seconds left to go on a ticking clock on the Kaina Lakes Park City scoreboard, brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. And we do have a timeout. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's 99-27, Crosby-Ironton on top of Aitkin on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand.
Minute 18 left to go on the Kaina Lakes Park City scoreboard clock. 99-27, Crosby-Ironton leads over Aitkin. That scoreboard update brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. The inbound comes in for Aitkin, shooting the three and off the back iron. Kate Palm. We'll see if Crosby-Ironton can reach the triple-digit mark. Full court press coming in from Aitkin. They do not want to give up 100 points. With the steal, stepping out of bounds, Kate Palm. Good read on the defensive side of things. It'll be another inbound for Crosby-Ironton. Inbounding for CI in front of the Aitkin bench is Levelyn Katzenberger, the 5'10" junior forward. Katzenberger lofts one up for Rickmeyer. Rickmeyer down low and missing the layup with Sophia Strom. Aitkin pushes the pace. Going up and getting the and one, Kate Palm. Solid second half for Kate Palm. 6 second half points and counting for Palm. 25 seconds left to go on the ticking clock. This buzzer might go off during the free throw. 15 seconds left to go. Looks like Crosby-Ironton will in fact not hit the 100-point threshold. She hits the free throw. Kate Palm with the free throw. And that's going to do it. Crosby-Ironton dominating their rival in the home gym of the Aitkin Gobblers. Your final score, 99-30. Crosby-Ironton dominates. Coming up on the post-game show, we have our big deal t-shirt to give away and our I Bring the Energy Player of the Game brought to you by Enbridge. We will speak to two players from Crosby-Ironton and try to get a hold of their head coach. You're listening to the post-game show on yourliveevent.com.
Work and play here too. (429-0433).
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
We're back on the post-game show on yourliveevent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you. Hoping to get two players. We have our winners picked out for our Big Deal t-shirt and our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game, the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Dominant performance to go to 1-1 on the season. They win by a final score of 99-30 over the Aitkin Gobblers, spoiling the home opener for the Aitkin Gobblers. Two teams that know each other well. 15 miles separate the two schools, and Crosby-Ironton foot on the gas pedal right from the jump, and they put the Aitkin Gobblers in an anaconda chokehold early on into this one. And just dominant performance from beginning to end. 29 unofficial points from Tori Orline. My count could be a little off. We do have joining us is our Big Deal t-shirt winner, Sammy Hashi.
Hi.
Sammy, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Tremendous game, impressive game for you guys. Your first win of the season. And I can't help but notice you're almost like a Swiss Army knife for this Crosby-Ironton team. You do everything that they need to do. What did you see out there during this win today?
Good defense. That's what we really focus in on when we're playing teams like this, is like good defense, stay disciplined.
And you do such a good job. When you get the ball in the corner, you always are looking for your teammates down on the block. Do you like to throw the ball down in the paint and leave it for your teammates?
Yep, for sure.
That's awesome. And both sides of the ball, you play hard in your passing. And on top of your passing, your scoring was pretty consistent. 6 points at half, 13 on the game. Just an all-around performance from you, Sammy.
Thank you.
Playing with a lot of confidence. What do you feel? Do you feel different on the court going from last year to this season? Do you feel a little more confident?
Yeah, like each year, because I've been playing since I was a freshman, so each year it just builds more and more confidence and more, like I'm more comfortable on the court.
That's awesome. And the trifecta of you, Tori Orline, and Lucy Lewandowski, it's going to be issues for teams in the state this year. You guys have so much chemistry when you play.
Yeah, we've been playing since we were like in 5th grade together, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, and it shows. So congratulations. You are our Big Deal t-shirt winner. So right after this interview, I will let you get a free t-shirt and let you get back 15 miles down the road back to Crosby.
Yep.
Phenomenal job, Sammy, and great job. And how confident are you in your team this year? You were a state runner-up last year, but you lost one important player, but it looks like people are ready to step up for this team.
Yes.
How confident are you in your girls?
I'm confident in them. I think that they have the right mentality, and they're going to step up, and they want it just as much as we do.
That's awesome. That's Sammy Hashey from the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Thanks a lot, Sammy. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.
We'll be right back on the post-game show on Your Live Event.
Math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Lucy Lewandowski, the winner of your Big Deal t-shirt, which is brought to you by Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aitkin, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, Wide's Major Appliance in Brainerd, Matson Lumber in Nisswa, Don DeLinger Automotive in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Hills Auto and Tinting Solutions in Baxter. Congratulations to Sammy Hashey. She truly is a Swiss Army knife for this Crosby-Ironton team. People are starting to file out of the court, so we are going to wrap things up here on the post-game show. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. Coming up on the schedule tomorrow, Golden Gopher Basketball Weekly with Nico Medved at 4 p.m. on Cash 95.9, and Gopher Men's Basketball will tip against the Indiana Hoosiers 5:30 p.m. tip-off on Cash 95.9. On Thursday, you can catch some wrestling between Pequot Lakes, Pine River Bacchus at 4:45 p.m. on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com. And boys basketball, Crosby-Ironton at Pequot Lakes on Thursday, 6:40 tip-off on Skeeter 101.5. Pillager will take on Monaga, 6:40 p.m. on Thursday on Cash 95.9. And girls hoops, Cromwell Wright will travel to McGregor, 6:55 tip-off on KKIN FM 94.3. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Crosby-Ironton dominates 99-30 over Aitkin and moved to 1-1 on the season.